Given the arithmetic sequence, and you go arithmetic sequence minus 5 and then this number and then the other number, just ranging. So which term in the sequence is equal 13? So the first term is minus 5, and a minus 5. The second term, now just use your calculator, utaba shift, then ubhalisa swa fraction, then shita homa space ne sha minus 4 uba 1 over 4 takuma minus 17 over 4. Or you need to know minus 4, 1 over 4 is the same as 4 times 4 plus 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17 over 4 liya na negative. Ne? Or do the back calculate. We don't have time for that. And then the last term man saying logo ichicha liya is minus 7 over 2. So now calculate which term we're looking for, n. So Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1, and then d. A we have minus 5, which is the first term, n minus 1, and then our d, t2 here, t1 there, t3. So logo ku t2 minus 2 kumaman, I want in minus 17 over 4 minus 5. Don't make a mistake, like. So our answer is 3 over 4. That's D, D. So let's go back and write 3 over 4 is equals to 13 then. So in that 13 is equals to minus 5. 3 over 4 times n is positive 3 over 4n. 3 over 4 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 3 over 4. So we have 13 is equals to, now these and these are like terms. Minus 5 minus 3 over 4 is minus 23 over 4. Then we have plus 3 over 4. Don't forget n. So we have 13 plus, this one jumps, plus 23 over 4 is equals to 3 over 4n. Okay, sharp. And then the last part, so 13 plus 23 over 4 is 75 over 4 is equals to 3 over 4n. Now when botala they make a mistake here, look over puncher calculate, they'll say 75 over 4 over 3 over 4. It's not the same as division. So it's better to 75 over 4 divide by 3 over 4. So our n is 25. N is 25. So I end up 2b. Calculate the 13th term. 13th term. So we have to, there are two options. The easy one is this one. T13 is equals to a plus 12d. Name Jelly, and I told you if we have T10, for example, we write its equation as a plus 9d. If we have T9, for example, a plus 8d. I think you know where I'm going in this one. Okay. So we have T13. Now T13, they say calculate the 13th term. A we have minus 5, 12. Longana D will put our D, which was 3 over 4. Puncher calculate, you'll get your answer, which is 295. Another easy way. Or another way, you can find the nth term first, the formula of the nth term. The general term, then you substitute 13. Longana N. Number 8. And then we have number 8. So the 10th term of what an arithmetic progression is 28. So T10 is 28. 8 plus 19. So T10 is what? It's 28. And then the 7th term, A plus 6D in 19. So elimination method. 9 minus 6D is 3D. 28 minus 19 in 28 minus 19 is 9. Divide by the coefficient of D. D is what? Is 3. D is 3. Then we are looking for A. So we'll just take any equation. By the way, lay our equation 1. Lay our equation 2. So let's take an equation. 19 is equals to A plus 6D. So 19 is equals to, we're looking for A. We have D, which is 3. And negative 3. So now 19 is equals to A plus 6 times 3, is it 18? 18. So A is equals to 19. This one jumps here minus 18. So our A is 1. They are looking for the first, the second, and the third. So we only have the first. Now it means to get the next term, we'll add by D. So we have 1, and then 1 plus 3, which is the difference, is 4. 4 plus 3, that is 7. First 3 times, 1, 4, and 7. If x plus 2, then we have 3x minus 1, then we have 4x minus 3 are the first 3 what? Terms of an arithmetic. Determine x. Let's find x. So we know T2 arithmetic minus T1 is the same when we say T3 and we minus by T2. So where's T2? T2 is 3x minus 1. We bracketize. It's very important we bracketize. I like when the mistake get the signs. T1 EX plus 2 is equals to T3 E4x minus 3. T2 E3x minus 1. Okay. Now we remove the bracket. So we have 3x minus 1 minus x minus 2 is equals to 4x minus 3 minus 3x. These two negatives, they have a positive 1. Then we have 3x minus x. The sign in front of a number, we include it got the like terms. So it's 3x minus x, which we have 2x. Minus 1 minus 2 imane minus 3 is equals to 4x here minus 3x is x. This one and that one minus 3 plus 1 iman. Is it minus 2? Yes, it's minus 2. So 2x, this x goes back home with a minus x. We have minus 2 this side. And then minus 3 jumps the equal sign, it goes back home with a plus 3. 2x minus x is x. Minus 2 plus 3 is 1. B, determine the what? the formula for the nth term, the general formula. So b we have tn. Wait, before tn we have x plus 2. So what's the first term? Remember we had x as 1 plus 2. So our first term is 3. Then we're going to substitute x ka the second term. We have what? 2. Then we're going to substitute 1 ka for x minus 3. Then we have 1. So these are our terms. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Then we can try and find the nth term. So tn is equals to a, n minus 1, and then d. A is 3, n minus 1. The difference is what? Is minus 1. So we have 3 plus, okay, so minus 1 times n is minus n, or minus 1n. Minus 1 times minus 1 is positive 1. So we have tn is equals to, now 3 plus 4 is 4. And then we have minus n. So our nth term is 4 minus n. And then the next question. Next question, if the nth term is minus 41, okay, tn is minus 41, the nth term. Calculate n. So we have tn, we already have the general formula, so tn is minus 41 there. It's equals to 4 minus n. Let's solve for n. So n can jump to the left and becomes positive. We have 4 minus 41 jumps, and then we have plus 41. So our n is what? Is 45. Then the last question, calculate the 20th term. We use our nth term. Langana n, we put 20, so t20 is what? Is minus 16. Evaluate the sum of each of the arithmetic series. The number A and number E. Then you'll do the rest. So evaluate the sum. We have A, which is 1. We have the difference, which is 1. We have the sum, the total. We are looking for the sum. And then we have the last term, which is 50. So we'll use this formula. A square bracket A plus L. This is not 1, this is L. So Sn is equals to how many terms? We have a problem. We don't know the number of terms. So let's first find the number of terms. So we use the nth term, A plus n minus 1 over D. Then A is 1, n minus 1, D is 1. Our Tn will be the last term, which is 15. Taguri Tn yai. Then we say 15 is equals to 1 plus n minus 1. So 15 is equals to, now this 1 minus this 1 is 0, so n is 15. So now n is 15, divide by 2, square bracket, first term is 1, the last term is 15. So now we'll remove the square bracket. Sn is equals to 15 over 2 over 2, and then round bracket 16. Then we can simply just use a calculator to punch this, and then it's a 120. Ne? So our answer is 120. Sn is 120. The sum to 15 terms is 120. Sum to 15 terms is 120. Then let's do number E. Number E, first term we have 3. The difference, so T2 minus T1, which is 5 minus 3, or T3 minus T2, which is 7 minus 5. The common difference is 2. Then we have the number of terms is given is 12 terms. We don't have the last term, so we use the longer formula, this one. Square bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d, close bracket. So we have sum to 12 terms is equals to 12 there, 2. Now 2 times a is 3, né? Plus n is 12 minus 1. 11, still fine. And then d we have 2, and then let's square bracket everything. Excuse this. AB continue S12 is equals to 6. 12 divided by 2, 6. Square bracket, these 2, 6. There we have 11, cut the bracket, then we have 2. You don't have to make it long, né? No like miss to 6. So 6, now 6 plus 22. Oh, still square bracket. Remember, I say multiply inside the bracket, then round bracket, so 28. So the sum to 12 terms is 168. So we use this formula when we do not have the last term, but we have the number of terms. All right, and then we have these sigma notation. These are sigma notation. These are our numbers or arithmetic series expressed in sigma notation. So we first need to find the first 3 terms at least, so that we get the first term, the difference, and maybe the last term. So how many number of terms we have? Number of terms is 13. Now the number of terms is 13 up there only when r down there is 1. N is 13. What about a? So 3 plus 2. We substitute 1, we get the first term. We substitute 2. So we started with 1, then we go to 2. We'll get our second term. Then we'll get our third term. So we have 5, we have 7, we have 9. These are our first 3 terms. Now, they won't tell us anything. They'll just tell us to evaluate or calculate. Then they give us this sigma notation. We need to realize that we have the number of terms. We have A, we have D. So what's missing? The total. The total of, or the sum of 13 terms. Do we have the last term? We can get the last term by saying T, we can get T13. T13 is equals to A plus 12D. A is 5. So we know the last term is the 13th term. So we need to find the 13th term, which is the last term. Now D is 2. So what's 5 plus 24? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So T13 is 29. This is the last term. The last term. Okay, so now let's use this formula Sn n over 2 a plus the last term. So we have Sn, sum of 13 terms is the number of terms 13 over 2 and then open bracket or square bracket, a in a man in a 5, last term we have 29. Okay, let me continue with this side. So we have 13 over 2 square bracket, 29 plus 5 is what is 34. So then we'll get our answer, which is, what's the answer? The answer 3 over 2 times 34. Yeah, you'll get whatever answer you get there is 221. That's the sum, 221. Then in a B, we have B. B is slightly different, né? Because this R here starts from 5. So the number of terms now has to be 12 minus that 5 plus 1. N is equals to, so 12 minus 5, what's 12 minus 5? 12 minus 5 plus 1 is 8. So now the number of terms is 8. Why? Because we did not start from the first term. We started from the 5th term. So we subtracted the first 5 terms. So instead of having 12 terms, it's now 8. We have 8 as number of terms. And then can we get the last term, or maybe not? We'll just use the longer formula. 2a plus n minus 1 and d, close bracket, the sum to 8 terms now. So we have 8 divided by 2. We have 2 times the first term now. It's not really the first term. So the first term, let's see, 2. We subtract 5 minus 5, we get the first term. 10 minus 5, which is 5. So the first term is 5. Number of terms is 8 minus 1. What's the difference? The difference is 2. Now we have 4. Then after subtracting everything, I have 24 here, which gives me 96. So answer Aminalia. Number 9, determine the sum of what? 16 terms. So we're looking for S16. S16. Now whose 7th term is 19? So we have T7. We have T7. And then we have, which is 90. Then we have T10, which is 25. So they want us to get the sum of 16 terms, the total of 16 terms. I know on a first term, I know on a third term, I know on a D. So we need to figure it out. So let's see. Now we need to express T7 by its equation. So T7 is equals to A plus 6D. T7 is what? 19. So we write 19 there. It's equals to A plus 6D. That's equation 1. Then we have T10. So we express it as A plus 9D. T10 is what? T10 is 16. So 16 is equals to A plus 9D. Equation 2. So we use elimination. Imagule is simultaneous equation. Elimination nobulaku equation 2 minus equation 1. So the A leader cancel. 9 minus 6D is 3D. And then 16 minus 19. 16 minus 19. Let me check. Last one. Is it 19? T10. Oh, T10 is 25. Mistake Jamina. T10 is 25. So what's 25 minus 19? So it's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is 6. Then of course 3. So our D will be positive 2. Then yaga formula Sn n over 2 to a. I'm using the longer one. 2a plus n minus 1d square bracket. Number of terms, how many number of terms? Are we looking for number of terms? The sum to, let me see, the sum to 16 terms. 16 divided by 2, we have 2 times. What's the first term? We're still owing the first term, so won't create a space là. I'll choose any equation. Let me choose equation number 1 to find a. So choose a 19 is equals to a plus 6. Laga d, I'll put 2. So 19 minus 12 is equals to a. So a yamina is equals to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 7. Okay, times 7 there. Plus, let me just write 15 because it's 16 minus 1. And then my d nikumi 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. After substituting the whole thing inside the bracket, so let me see. 15 times 2, 30, then plus 14. Let me see. Okay, so Moniva lazy and find the last term. We have 16 terms. A plus 15d. A iman, what's A? A is what? Is 7. 15. D man is 2. So the last term is 37. So I'll just use, okay, so style space shamin. Mon eraser this thing. Then I'll just use formula liaya the last term. N over 2 a plus L. Number of terms, 16 terms, divided by 2. First term is 7, last term is 37. You should be able to get your answer from Laya. So we have 8 times 44, which is equals to 352. The final answer. I got number 11, then we'll do number 12 and 13, then yeah, we'll be fine. So 11 we have T4, which is minus 1 is equals to A plus 3D. That's equation 1. T7 is minus 13. We express T7 as A plus 6D. Equation number 2. So what's the question? Find the number of terms, which is n, if its sum is minus 24. So we're given its sum is total. We don't know the number of terms, but we know the sum is minus 24. Let me check again. Minus 24, yeah. So elimination la, eliminate. Here we have 3D. What's minus 13 minus minus 1? It's minus 12. So our D, therefore D is minus 4. Okay, we're looking for N. We're looking for N. Now, iteration formula Sn is equals to N over 2 to A plus N minus 1 and D. No? We have Sn, which is minus 24. We don't have N. We have A. What's A? We didn't find A. No? So let's go and find A. Let's use any equation. I'll use equation 1. Minus 1 is equals to A plus 3. minus 4 ka D, so minus 1 is equals to A minus 12. Minus 1 plus 12 is equals to A. So A yaina is 11. 12 minus 1 is 11. Then we go back to our formula. So for Sn we have minus 24. N over 2. 2 multiplied by 11. N minus 1. What's D is minus 4. D is minus 4. Then we have minus 24 is equals to N over 2. Then we have 22, 2 times 11. This one multiply that one, you are a negative 4n. Multiply that one by a positive 4. Then we continue. Space, let me create space now. So we have minus 24 is equals to n over 2. So 22 plus 4, this 22 plus 4 is 26. Then minus 4n. So now we don't have to use square bracket because we're going to multiply inside the bracket. So let's just cross multiply those. Minus 48. Then those two is 26n. That minus 4n squared. Now let's write this in a standard quadratic form. Minus 48 minus 26n, we're not in a hurry, plus 4n squared is equal 0. Then we have 4n squared minus 26n minus 48 in that order is equals to 0. So we're going to use a quadratic formula to find n. And remember, n cannot be negative and i.e. be a fraction. So use a quadratic formula to find n. Alright, then number 12. The sum of the first 5 terms. So n is what? Is 5. Immediately, blah 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 is the sum. Ne? We know that the formula of sum is going to be involved. We don't know the sum. Okay. And then they say is 0. So the sum is 0. We do know it is 0. The last term, we also have the last term, which can be L or Tn, depending on which formula we're going to use. Determine the first term and the common difference. Okay. So put an simultaneous equation. Then a simultaneous equation because there are a lot of things we don't have. So let's start with the Sn formula. A plus L. Okay. Now Sn is equals to, we have 5 terms. A, we don't have A, but we do have the last term. Now I'll use the second bracket. So we multiply inside the bracket. And by the way, Sn we have 0. So 0 is equals to 5 over 2 times A is 5 over 2A. 5 over 2 times 4 is 10. This is equation 1. So we have equation 1. Now let's use the nth term again because it seems like la yaba A yaba D kuna sota la ngari ku hapa. Why tirhisa Sn? Because by nyiki Sn. Why tirhisa nth term? Because by nyiki the last term. So we're just trying to figure it out. Okay, tirhiseni the nth term formula. So Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 and then D. Tn is the last term. We don't have A, but we do have the number of terms, which is 5 minus 1 per formula there. Yeah, but D. 4 is equals to A plus 4D. This is equation 2. So we have equation 1 and we have equation 2. Equation 1, equation 2. So let's try and find D. Now, equation 2, I equate a subject of the formula. A there, 4, it's a piece, jumper 4D over minus 4. So this is equation 3. Let's substitute 3 and put it in equation 1. So if you don't have a problem with simultaneous, then we'll look on landelele. So equation 1 we have 0, 5 over 2, laungana 8, abekela 4 minus 4D is equals to, or not equals to A, plus 10. So 5 over 2 times 4 is 10. And then 5 over 2 times minus 4 is minus 10D. We have 0 ala side in little 1. And then plus that 10 diangala already. So we're looking for D. Let's move D to the other side. If a positive. Come on, fix a 0. I mean, if a positive 10D. Then this 10 plus this 10 is 20D. Or is 20. So now it means our D itaba. Therefore D itaba money positive 2. So let's try and find A. So it a chooser. Could it which equation? We have equation 1 and equation 2. So D nayona. What was equation 1? What was equation 2? Equation 1, let me find equation 1. Or any equation is fine. Let's use equation 3. There is 4 minus 4D. A is equals to 4 minus 4. Then like a D we put 2. Né? So our A is 4 minus 8. Therefore A is minus 4. Alright, I answered another important question via Randa Kumkaring 1. So what I got this formula ya Sn, not Tn, Sn. Now, typically the first question what I would say maybe the sum, maybe S1, S2, or S3. So S1, of course, we need to substitute inside the formula. So we'll have that, and then our answer itaba man 2 plus y itaba 3. Is it 3? I think so. And then S2, of course, we also substitute ka formula ya now, which will be, what is S2? Is 10. So let me just write the answers. So S1 is 10. And S1 is the same as T1. Why? Because we get the sum of one term when we have one term. We get the sum of two terms when we have the first term and we add it to the second term. Okay. To get S3, we add the first term, the second term, and the third term. Now, what if they give us this formula, yeah, Sn? Ne? If maybe T1, we know T1 is the same as S1. But what if valaba S2? Check this formula. I mean, what if valaba T1? So we'll just say T1. This T2 will, okay. T1 is the same as S1. But to get T2, we minus S2 from S1. To get T3, we minus S3 from S2. And so on. To get T10, we say S10 minus S9. Just like that. So the question that's why I'm trying to cover it. And then another question by Randagu is to prove the formula Sn. Doesn't matter if it's geometric or arithmetic.